You know, it's been said that you have to ask someone 5 times before you can get them to say yes to you. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that most people don't buy without someone having to ask them more than once. And most people won't say yes to someone who quit asking. You understand what I just said? Most people aren't going to say yes if you quit. They're not going to just say, okay, all of a sudden I had to change my mind. Let's roll. All right? No, it's not going to happen. If you quit, it's going to be a no. Now, it's been my experience that the moment you quit asking, the buyer goes home and the deal dies, okay? It has also been my experience that most people won't just give you the money without you asking and persisting and being willing to be what we call a hard sell, okay? I don't mean they're a hard sell. They're not hard to sell. You are a hard sell. And I'm not talking about pressuring people, even though I'm willing to pressure somebody. Understand this. If it's the right thing, okay? If I got a friend, he's on drugs, he's about to kill himself. Look, I will pressure him not to kill himself. If I have a great product, a great service, and I know it will save the people money, and I know it's the right thing to do, trust me, I will stay there until I get the deal. You call it pressuring? I'm willing to go there. I'm willing to be a hard sell. I'm talking about being willing to get to that hard place in the close where everyone may experience a bit of uncomfort. You know, most salespeople do not want to go here. Most salespeople do not want to experience any type of negative emotion in order to get the deal, and therefore lies a lack of production. The salesperson, you, the manager, the CEO, anybody to make anything happen in their life must be willing to stay in a transaction and persist through that transaction to the close if they truly believe deep down inside that the product, the service is right for the buyer. Because if you don't stay in it, if you don't persist, it's not going to happen. The salesperson must be willing to persist, and that is what is meant by a hard sell. A buyer once told me, hey, Grant, hey, man, you pressuring me right now? Okay? I mean, the guy was like, you pressuring me? I'm like, sir, you're confusing my belief and my passion and my insistence in knowing that this is the right thing, that this is the right product, that we're the right company, I'm the right person. Please, sir, don't confuse that with pressure. Don't misinterpret my enthusiasm for pressure. Let's do this. You like that? Guy's like, you pressure me? Sir, please, don't confuse my passion and my commitment and my insistence knowing that this is the right thing for you to do. Come on, don't do that to me. Let's do this. And go back for the close. See, when you hit this place called the hard sell status, you've become so convinced in your product, in your company, in your service, that the only answer that truly takes care of this buyer now is to close. In fact, would be a disservice if you don't close. You think I'm too radical, don't you? Okay, but I'm not. I'm telling you, look, you want to make your dreams come true? 6 billion people on this planet have dreams and great ideas. 6 billion people want to work for themselves and get rich, okay? See, at this place of the hard sell, where you hit this place called the hard sell, you're certain that your service is superior to anyone else, anywhere, and ultimately the only right choice for this person in front of you is to make a decision to do business with you. That means you will have to insist on this, because that is your belief. To do anything short of that means you're giving up on something you know to be true, which would be unethical. See, because you believe so deeply, you're willing to stay in this deal even when it gets uncomfortable, even when people are squirming, even when people are getting all freaky about the money. They're like, oh, the money, I can't make a decision, the board, I got to talk to these people. It gets difficult, it gets a little noisy. The willingness to stay in there, to persist even when it gets noisy, is what separates the professional, the consistent closer, the master of the trade from an amateur. That amateur who randomly, inconsistently closes deals because he runs away from this place called the hard sell. Now, most sales trainers, most books don't really talk about this place. They talk about selling, servicing, and then they talk about the close. You have to understand this thing called the hard sell. It's critical you get an understanding of it, and critical that you learn how to go there. If you don't truly believe in your product, if you don't truly believe in your service, your company, that it will bring people enjoyment, benefits, security, if you don't believe that, okay, if you don't believe what you offer is worth more than what they have in the bank, or going over their budget, or making them uncomfortable, then you're not going to hit this place. If you really believe now, on the other hand, and you learn how to close people, and we're going to be talking a lot about closing, you'll know how to get to this place called the hard sell. You're going to be willing to insist. This is an art form now, folks. This is where you're becoming a master at your game. It's called the hard sell. Is you're willing to go to a place where people get uncomfortable and willing to sit in the discomfort because you believe in your product, you believe in your service, you believe in your company. You're not pressuring people. You know this is the right thing to do, and it's called the hard sell.